Motherfuckers be like, huzzah. I don't know. I don't know where that came from. It just seemed kind of funny. But you all know somebody who says huzzah, right? Teacher be like, oh, sorry, we didn't finish the lesson tonight. That means you guys don't have any homework. Huzzah! Come on, you don't know one huzzah? Everybody knows one huzzah user. If you don't know a single huzzah user, you probably are a huzzah user. I was not a huzzah user. I was just I know this sounds like something that someone would say if it weren't true, but it sounds like something someone would say if it were true. I was just a normal person in high school. I talked, but I didn't talk too much. I wasn't the best dressed, but I wasn't the worst dressed. It was kind of like prison. I just went there and I did what I was asked. I did my time. I was rewarded for good behavior and I got out. I didn't have a Zelda shirt, okay? I don't think I had any video game shirts in high school, but that's not... If the culture of having video game shirts, like graphic tees, existed from '02 to '06, then I would have been wearing video game shirts. But the graphic tee explosion and the intersection of that with the rise of nerd culture kind of existed just slightly after my time. Like, we didn't really have like a graphic tee store in my hometown. We didn't have a Hot Topic. You could get like some skater gear at West 49, but you couldn't just go to, like nerdcrate.com and buy a shirt that was like Jolly Cooperation with Solaire on it or something like that. I had graphic tees in high school a decade ago. Yeah, that was 7 years after I graduated from high school. Your ass is not that old. My ass is old. Damn, you old? I know. I had graphic tees. Corey, they weren't video games, though. They were band shirts, right? And you probably bought them at shows, you disingenuous fuck. Your ass was not going to threadless.com in 1999 and being like, give me a shirt with Temmie from Undertale on it. You were going to some hardcore show in a church basement where there was like a folding table with a bunch of band shirts on it. That's not what they're talking about, okay? He's got me. Now, in university, I had a lot of very cringe graphic shirts from Threadless. Ever tell you, like in maybe 2000, I still have this shirt. It's a lore-heavy shirt. My wife got me a shirt from Threadless in like 2013. It's a pale yellow shirt with a hamburger on it and then some Japanese text. And under the hamburger, it says Tokyo Burger Run 86. And one time, this was like 10 years ago, one time I wore it to the airport, and the security agent said, nice shirt, were you in that run? And I was like, I was negative 2 years old when this fake thing took place. Like, do you know how insulting that is? You know how old I would have to be to have an adult shirt from 1986 that still fit me? That would be insane. In a way, he's saying I look young, but that I look young for someone who's like in their 60s. What'd you say, though? I said, no, I wasn't born. I have that shirt. I mean, it's a good shirt. Sometimes, and this is just the natural process of time, but it kind of messes with me to think about the fact, like, I was born in 1988. My daughter was born in 2020. So when I was born in 1988, this is crazy to think about. The 50s were like essentially 40 years ago. I mean, like, that takes you back to 1948, but I also don't have too many memories from being like 18 months old. So when I was a young child, 40 years ago was the 50s. And it seemed like ancient history. To my daughter, 40 years ago is basically going to be like the mid 80s. So her perception of the 1980s may be similar to my perception of the 1950s, which is fucking hilarious. Because the 1950s are like, hey, come on, gal, hop in my Buick and let's go to the malt shop and then to the sock hop. And then the 80s to me, they don't feel like the present day, but they don't feel like too divorced from modern reality. It just seems like, pastel suits, cocaine, and like different hairstyles. Good music. But for her, the 1980s are going to be like, I can't even, like, me hearing a Frank Sinatra song is going to be like her hearing Tears for Fears. Her hearing the Talking Heads. You know what I was thinking? The 1980s were built different. How did the Talking Heads become popular? I know that the pithy answer is because they're good, but like in the modern day, most... Okay, listen, you're gonna say okay boomer, but then you're going to agree with me. So let's just get through that okay boomer stuff. From the 2010s and beyond, a lot of the most popular artists in the world are pure ass. Not every popular artist is pure ass. I'll pour one out for Dua Lipa. I got some respect for Beyonce. I'm sure there's others. That was true in the 80s too. It might be. I don't know. Ed Sheeran. I said what I said, although I do like the song about shivers. I love it when you suck me like that, and when you close it, give me the shivers 2, 3, and baby we're gonna go till I split your crack. And when you see the party's over, then you throw it right back. Cause I said, ooh, something. Was I close? He doesn't say that. He says something like that. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you suck me off, I don't. And don't ever look, baby, with your ripped up jeans and your skin tight jeans and your teenage jeans tonight. That's a banger too. Skin tag jeans. Oh man. Whew. This is your most boomer take? What? The Talking Heads are good? Okay, go back to listening to fucking Daddy Yankee or something. I don't know. Didn't have to suck me up. Put my underpants down and throat my member, but you didn't have to bite it off and spit it out and getting it feel so low. What? Something like it's so. I didn't write the song, dude. It's something like that, okay? Dua Lipa's good though. Leave those parodies to Justin. I still think about it every time I hear the song, which is like every 80s ride on Peloton. John Cougar Mellencamp's Jack and Diane. Sucking off chili dudes inside the morgue's deep freeze. Jack's wearing a winter coat. He's got a pillow underneath his knees. Let them rock, let them roll. Let the Bible belt come and save my soul. What a song. Are you off Twitter? No, nothing has changed on Twitter. For me, this is the motherfucker changed the name of the website to X, so now all the APIs are broken. And Nightbot, I don't know if it was changing it to X or if alternatively it was like when he started charging $1,000 for every API call or something like that. So Nightbot just said, I can't afford that. I'm steady state, man. He's the guy losing his mind, to be honest. Did you see the anecdote from the New York Times reporting on Elon Musk where he and Peter Thiel were driving in Elon's McLaren 20 years ago? And Peter Thiel said, what can this bad boy do? And Elon said, watch this, gunned it, drove the car over an embankment where it smashed into a divider, and then they slammed on the brakes and Elon said, this thing isn't insured. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh, sorry, New Yorker, not New York Times, the New Yorker. The New Yorker, yes, the New Yorker. I think about your piss is on my lips like all the time. Because your piss is on my lips. Because your piss, I can't resist. Because your piss is on my lips. When I turn out the lights. Good song. I have to sing because I'm waiting for 3 more victims. I can't, well, that turns you all into my victims apparently. I can't start the game yet. Like I can't put it on the dang screen because if I put it on the screen, someone might drop like the most horrific rhetoric you've ever seen in all Chaz. So I just got to wait here until everybody's readied up. I have Vanessa Carlton's song stuck in my head, except it's sucking a dick downtown, sucking fast. Station's past and I'm homebound. And I throat you. I don't know why I'm using throat. I guess because you need a lot of synonyms for suck in order to make the song feel clever. And I piss you. Okay, nobody has dropped a racial slur yet. I think that means I'm good to ready up. / marker. TCSM. We're so back, victim complex? Gee, I sure hope it is, because that would mean that there's a lot of meat on this game. Pun not intended. I'm going to disable the generator. Dua Lipa song. I'm generating. I'm generating. You know, my heart was in the right place. Let's go! Let's go!